Live from the David 3000 Network and the WJDC studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's time for Wipe Those Tears. And now here is your gracious host and moderator, Jason DeCanio. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Wipe Those Tears, and we'll get it right eventually. How are you this evening, folks? Welcome to the show. It's September 27th, 2023. This is episode number 4, and we're coming to you live from the WJDC studios in beautiful Oviedo, Florida, for another look at some grading. Specifically tonight, this is the big one here. We're looking at NES games. 710 of them, but we're not even going to scratch 710 in one night. We're not going to go through that much. Maybe about a quarter of the way there. And hopefully my special guest will be showing up tonight. I did send him the links. We'll have a guest later come in. He's at a restaurant having some dinner right now. And I don't see any of my guests coming in tonight. Why? What's going on, people? Is there something more important than NES games tonight? I don't know. But this should be fun. I'm going to set up the screen here to share it with you so we can get that going. Oh, never fear, he's coming. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. So far, I've got the screen ready to go, and here are the games that we are going to be looking at. This is a whole list of probably every Nintendo game, probably illegal copy, probably ones for the Japan system. So these games, as we get down to the good ones, you're going to be looking at some fantastic cover art, and maybe you've played it. Hey, I hear somebody come in. Let me bring them in right now. I have with me right now Brandon Bogard. Welcome.
Hey.
How's it going this evening? Wow, different color.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so we've got Jordy Scow is going to be coming in a little bit later. Mark Leota's on his way, so it's going to be you and me so far to at least scratch the surface there, Mr. Bogard.
Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm. They got the links, though, so it's not a problem. And
no, Jordy was actually coming.
Yeah, he's just eating dinner at a restaurant. He said he'll be there. That's not a problem. We have plenty of time to scratch the surface on some of these games, and look at I'll tell you, Zach's missing a lot of this. Look at the beautiful artwork on some of these fantastic covers here. Look at this.
How many do we got?
Well, there's a total of 710 altogether, but we're not going to go through all 710 tonight. No way. We'll be here overnight in the morning, and I don't think any of us could I wouldn't want to be falling asleep either myself.
So we're just going to go through a couple of them.
We're going to go through a 2-hour show tonight like we normally do, and we'll see how many we can cover in that 2 hours if you're up for it. And, of course, our other guests are going to come in. So right now it's everything is going to be divided by 2. So it's just because it's me and Brandon right now. And we've got 2 people watching. So thank you for taking the time out to participate with us. If you like what you see, please do give this show a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel because we need your help in every bit which way, shape, or form. I also have a special announcement I'm going to be coming up with next week. There's going to be some fantastic things coming up with DMS 3000 News Live, and I think everybody's going to finally like it. So hopefully when we get there next week, we'll be looking at that. But if without further ado, are you ready to start here, Brandon?
Here we go.
Okay. Well, the first one up on the board is a football game called 10-Yard Fight. Now, I know a lot of people have seen this game before. Surely, Mr. Bogart, surely you have seen this game or have played it or have at least watched it on a YouTube clip or something. But
no, remember a lot of these games. I'm totally not familiar. I'm totally not familiar with any NES. So
okay,
if this was SNES, maybe some of them.
Some of them. Okay.
This is my first look at some of these.
Well, the rating system is still 50 to 100, as you know, and so in this case, you would be looking at the cover art, which I know you are one of those like Zach who can take a look at the cover and come up with a good grade for a cover, to a box cover, actually.
Okay.
So I'll let you start. Can you see it all right?
All right. So I'm just looking at the box cover, right?
Yeah. If you haven't played the game, that's fine. It's the same thing like we did last week when we asked a lot of the Activision people. They didn't play a lot. Some of them did, but they were going mainly off of the cover art. So that was, and Nintendo's got a lot of box cover art. Fantastic way of looking at it. So,
well, almost for this one though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that this yellow stuff on this guy's face with the football, it's supposed to be like this little,
like the football guard or the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be.
It's either that or his lips.
Well, let me see. I'm gonna draw up a bigger picture of it myself, and like you can certainly do that as well too, by going 10-Yard Fight, and you don't have to have to show it to everybody, but you can see it for yourself. I'm gonna look at it too. Look at the box cover. Look at the images here. And
the problem I would say is that like the waist color of their pants are the same size as those bars or his lips, whatever those are.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I'm gonna try to give this a 67.
Okay, 67. You say, huh? Okay,
yeah.
Not bad. We can definitely a lot of ads on it today. Yeah, I'm looking at the cover art myself to see what you're talking about. Oh, vaguely. No, the yellow part is his football guard. Not so much his face, because his face is in like a peach tone.
All right.
Yellow is his like his guard on the football part, where the face protector comes in.
Okay.
But you say 67?
Yeah, 67, because not only that the face guard are the same color as the waistline of their pants.
Yeah, his belt is like a gold, and his pants are more like he's wearing half shorts, almost like. The pixelization is also very terrible. If you really put a close up on it, it looks really bad. But you got to remember something about this game. This game was actually a 1983-ish, like the first games of Nintendo that came out in 83, before the big boom of 85,
Test colors.
Yeah, the sports series games were all simplified like this. So anything you saw like this was a sports series. So you said 67. I played the game. I think the game is fantastic. Cover art's very simple. Your typical what you call your graphic football for all time's sake. Pixelization could be a little bit better, I think. But we got to remember this is 1983, so graphics might not be. We're dealing with 8-bit here. I give it about an 82. Okay, so we got 149. We divide that by 2, and we got 74.5, which is a big fat C. So we'll keep it right there. Next up on the list is the ever popular scrolling game called 1942. And so what do you think about this one? 1942 is a very interesting game. I think I played it in a quarter machine game at Pizza Hut one time. But
add an arcade.
They had one of those tabletop arcades, and for a quarter you could play in the old Pizza Huts. That actually have sit downs in them. And they got rid of them.
So back then, Pizza Hut sort of was trying to be like a Chuck E. Cheese, except there was no animatronics. They were just a bit of arcade tables.
Correct. Yep, that's for sure.
Huh.
But I'll let you start with this one first.
I actually do like the colors for this one, and on as well as that cover art.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, 88.
88. Okay. Now I've played 1942. Fantastic front scrolling game, back and forth on the bottom of the screen, and for the graphics of its time, wonderful. Cover art looks fantastic. I give this a 95. 95. 183 divided by 2 for a grand total of 91.5, and the big fat A.
Took us 2 games already to get to our A's.
Yep. Now we go to its counterpart, 1943. This game was a little bit harder than 1943. Yeah. It's like they couldn't really, they couldn't keep up with the World War II theme, so they had to go one more year on it, I guess. Now the graphics on this box cover really do stand out. You really gotta. That's just fantastic. But what do you think?
Oh, they do stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm looking at perhaps I'm looking at 2 different kinds of oh shoot, where did it go? If you want to glimpse of what I'm looking at, yeah.
No, I can see pretty well on this. The graphics really do stand out on this game. I don't have to blow it up on an actual screen. It's a lot of purple and a lot of yellow. Looks like Lakers colors almost.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. So yeah, it's this one I'm looking at, that from a Wikipedia, and then that's one from a YouTube video. I can't tell which is which. At the same time, each of them look pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm.
78.
78. Okay. Well, I played this game total of 2 times. I sucked bad at it. This one's a little bit harder to play. You thought 1942 was tough?
Oh.
What the heck, man?
Sorry, there it is. All right.
Yeah. It's a little more
right here, and then this one. I can't tell which is which.
Oh, it's the same thing. You're looking at the cover art, though, more or less.
Okay.
Box cover. But this game is tougher than the first one. You think they were going to make it easier? No. Played it twice, couldn't even get through the first level.
If it's a sequel, why would they make it easier?
Right? You would think, but not all sequels, as you have learned in the past, are treated any different than their originals. Some sequels are good, and others totally just bad that they just don't deserve to be anywhere near the original. But they were trying so hard to make 1943 compatible to a 1942. Now, all these games use the game Genie. You can definitely do, unlimited everything, unlimited lives, never lose lives from dying, all that good stuff. So if you jinx the game in any way with the codes, the cheat codes, that is, you'd be probably better successful than it was. But I tried it without the cheat codes. I wanted to try to see if I could play it. Well, not really. Couldn't get through it.
Tell you what, why don't you continue? You can continue. I'm just gonna get something.
Okay. And he goes into his closet. So I'm gonna give this. You gave it a 78, which I thought was good. The cover art, I like it. It really does stand out. So I'm gonna give it an 86. Okay, so we have 164. We divide that by 2 for a cumulative score of 82, which means 1943 gets a B. Okay, not too bad. He puts his hat on. Okay.
That's a little better. All right.
All right, the next one up. All right, so we gave 1943 a B. I gave it an 82 for the box cover art. And this is looks like 3D World Runner. Wow. Either that or it looks like, is it World Runner? Yeah, I think so.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. Okay, yeah, 3D World Runner. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. Cover art looks pretty fantastic. But we'll start with you on this one there, Brandon.
So this is supposed to be World Runner.
3D World Runner, yes. And I saw the cover art. It looks really good up close. The dragon really looks very, if you put it up closer on the board. If you see it up
yeah, it would be if that's not what it was called.
Right? It was something else. Yeah.
If we're gonna call this World Runner, we gotta have like something that looks a little more in tune with what the title is called, and at least looking at like the score or something like the actual gameplay, the photos of the gameplay, at least it seems like they're like it's trying to be what it is with the dragon.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I think is hard firing out of his chest. The dude's chest. I'm very concerned. I gotta give that a 50. Oh. I gotta give that a 53.
53. Yeah. I kind of tell you're kind of like leaning towards something very disappointing. When you see World Runner, you think of somebody running with a big globe. You don't think of dragons. You don't think of and it's supposed to be a strategy guide and game reference. It's supposed to be like Battle of World Runners and stuff. I'm like, wow, okay. But the box cover itself, very misleading. I'll agree with you on that. I don't understand the dragon thing with the guy, unless he's getting thrown back in time to a point where it was the prehistoric age, something like that. Maybe, unless he's running the world here. There is some information on the back of the box. Maybe I'll load it up here quick. Let's see. All right, it says that World Runner or okay, it's the 3D battles of the World Runner. So he's got several battles. Says it's the widest of the space cowboys is out looking for adventure. Now he's got it and he needs your help. A strange world terrorized by Grax, the alien super serpent beast. I guess that's the dragon. So they call it a serpent beast. Wow. A lot to ingest there, right, Brandon?
Well, that just made my mind lost even more now.
Well, you gave it a 53. I don't think there's really anything else you could say that would be depressing about it, you know?
I
But
was right at the very least to put it at 53.
yeah, but you're already locked in with your grade of 53. On the other hand, like you said, I agree with you. This is a misleading box cover, and the story just kind of makes me like go like, eh. So I'm going to go 52. 105 divided by 2 for 52 and a half. Big fat F. Yeah, we'll give it an F. Definitely.
Wait, cut that out.
Yeah. Next one up is, I think, 720. Or, yeah, 720. Okay. Never played the game myself.
In case you are watching, it's I don't know if this is on 720p or
Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's a skateboarding game. Interesting. So it's based on skateboarding. Interesting. What do you think?
oh. Okay, no, he does not have any influence in this.
Yep.
I don't think you even know what I mean.
I don't know where you were going with it.
I typed in 720 Nintendo and I added Tony Hawk.
Oh. Is that what
what
on the Super Nintendo one would be Tony Hawk?
Well, I mean, he's a skateboarder, right?
Yes, I don't know. I don't skateboard myself, so I wouldn't really know professional wise.
Yeah, he's a skateboarding champion. Turns out he has nothing to do with this.
No, doesn't even have his name on it. Looks like it's 720 degrees. There you go. Put the little degree mark on it. Let's see what's this. Some information on it. Wikipedia might have some information on 720. Let's see.
Yeah, here we go.
Skateboarding video game released in arcades by Atari Games in 86. The player controls a skateboarder skating around a middle-class neighborhood, doing jumps and tricks. The player can eventually acquire enough points to compete at a skate park. The game's name comes from the ultimate trick, turning a full 720 2 complete circles in the air after jumping off a ramp. Ha ha ha! There you go. Well, we solved the issue of where they get the 720 from. Well, I mean,
with this being the earliest of Nintendo, the very first generation,
yeah,
and with pixelated, that makes it a little complicated. So I'm gonna go 65.
65. All right, getting rid of about a D, huh? Well, I've never played the game, never heard of the game until we started talking about it right now. Graphic wise, or the cover art on that particular box, a lot of rainbows. And that's kind of like what Activision did when we were talking about it last week with all the rainbows and everything in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess with this cover art, I kind of raised it a bit because it did kind of try to represent
skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anything about skateboarding, and I've heard of Skate or Die before. So I think that game, when we get down to it in the S's, would be probably given a higher grade, given the fact that people have heard of Skate or Die. I don't think everybody's heard of 720, and if they did, I'm one of those people who've never heard of it. So for me, it's going to be 60 because I never heard of it. 125 divided by 2 for a grand total of 62 and a half. Going to be giving it a big fat D on you. All right, so we got 5 games in so far out of the 710 we've given.
And all 5 slots filled from A to F.
That's pretty interesting. All right, the next one up is 8 Eyes. Wow. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Okay, let me give you a little background about this one before you make your decision. 2D action platform game developed by Thinking Rabbit for the Nintendo in 1988. The game features 8 levels and can be played by 1 or 2 players, yada, yada, yada. The features a large, diverse soundtrack composed by Kenzo Kumai, often quoting from the operatic repertoire consisting of 3 pieces of each of 8 levels, each set in a different part of the world. Okay. It's a post-apocalyptic game in the future. What do you think?
You know, that was weird. I thought I was hearing myself. To be accurately honest, it doesn't look too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think you with a name like 8 Eyes, that the final battle. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just guessing that it's somebody that has 8 eyes when you get to like the 8th final level, and the dude is like ready to go at him.
Yeah.
And the world that he's in, it's kind of a balance of light and dark. I'll give this a 79.
79. Okay. Well, having never heard of the game, never even played the game, but based on the cover art, I see a wizard with a lot of aliens. This reminds me of something like Terminator 2, post-apocalyptic. Yeah. By the way, there was an English version and a Japanese version, so there was 2 different versions of the game. But you could probably tell that the Japanese ones were they were the ones that designed the game, and then they made an English version to send over to the States to add to that ever-growing library of NES games, as we have seen before. Cover art-wise, it's very... I mean, if you like that kind of, scenery, where you're fighting a bunch of ghosts and skeletons and things of that sort. Yeah, I mean, 2D action platform game. I mean, that kind of, was like the side-scrolling games of the days, which really were the most popular. If I had a chance to play this game, I'd have to probably give it a chance to look at it before if I could make a grade out of it. But based on the box cover art, I'm going to say 74. All right, we got 153. We divide that by 2, and we get 76 and a half for a big fat C, and it stays right there. Next up,
I just don't think that it'll. I just don't think. I'm gonna guess there aren't any ghosts.
No, it looks more like a skeleton thing or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, the next one up on the list is something I can't pronounce. Abadix or something?
And can you spell it?
ADJX. Looks like a Badgets or something.
Uh,
Let me
what?
see. ABADGX.
DGAX.
BOX. Abotics. It's a 1989 video game called Abotics. Abotics. Okay. It's a video game.
Oh my God, I'm not even there.
It's a Japanese video game for 1989 by Natsume Milton Bradley Company. It's a horizontally scrolling shooter in vein of Gradius and R-Type, taking place inside the intestinal tract of a giant alien organism. Ugh. You're in the year 5012. The planet Abadox is eaten by a giant alien organism known as a parasitus. I hope you had dinner. Having consumed Abadox, the alien takes the form of the planet and seeks to devour other planets. The galactic military launches an attack, but is destroyed by Parasitus, who goes on to devour the hospital ship carrying Princess Maria. Second Lieutenant Natsai Nasal, what a name. The only surviving fighter of the Galactic Fleet, attempts to enter Parasitus' body and rescue Princess Maria before it's too late. Wow. Okay, Abotics. What a name. Brandon's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
This is bad already.
You just been eaten by the giant intestinal parasitus. What are you gonna do?
This whole story is both dark and it's way too all over the place.
Yeah.
The lowest I can give it, 50.
50. Oh boy. Not even going for the cover art, just based on what I just talked about. Made even your intestinal wall just go bleh. Oh, we have somebody coming in. And who is it? It's Mark Leota. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hello, Jason.
Welcome. How you doing? Good to have you with us here. So we are talking about Abadox, which is the alien game from 1989, distributed in 1990 in North America. Have you seen this game before for the Nintendo?
I haven't even heard of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I just gave a little bit of a plot. It's basically you're in the year 5012 and the planet Abadox is eaten by a giant alien organism known as...
Oh my God, that's like 3,000 years from now or something.
Yeah, exactly. Having consumed Abadox, the alien takes the form of the planet and seeks to devour other planets. So the second lieutenant basically has to go into the parasitus' body, rescue Princess Maria before it's too late. And based on what Brandon Bogart has given us, a solid 50. Since you had just come in, you can now take in this particular game.
I mean, it looks like a cool plot, but it's kind of one of those little like obscure titles.
Yeah.
I'll give this one a 58.
58. All right. And having given a disgusting plot like I just did for everybody, I've never heard of the game myself either. And I must say, this one, I don't know if I want to play it before dinner time, knowing I'd have to go eat whatever was my parents were going to be serving me, going inside of a destroying organism. I'm going to give it a 56.
And I have to keep in mind, like back in those days, like that was when like a lot of games like didn't have saves. Meaning, if you couldn't finish it in one sitting, you basically had to leave the system on and hope that nobody like messed with it or turned it off or whatever.
Yeah.
While you were away, otherwise you'd have to start the whole game over again.
Right. So let's see. We've got 164 for the three of us on Abadox, and we divide that by 3. We get a big 54.6. That means we get a big fat F.
Into the F tier. Yep.
So before we go any further here, and Mark, welcome again to the show.
Thank you.
Mark, looking at the other ones that we have rated here, 10-yard fight was the first one. We gave it a C. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Although I probably would have ranked that a bit higher than what you guys probably did, just because of the fact that it's football, and who doesn't love football?
Right. And it was one of the very first football games to come out, probably with the sports series on Nintendo back in like 83. Yeah, I gave it a high score. I think Brandon gave it kind of a median score, and then kind of we balanced each other out on it.
Because from what I remember, like some of the earliest NES games that were released came like in a black box, like that one did.
Right.
And it would be like assigned to category depending on the game. So, like for example, 10-yard fight would obviously like be sports. Mario would be like action. Zelda would be under the adventure category, and so on, etc.
Yeah. So you would have given the 10-yard fight a higher grade than C?
Yeah,
probably. Okay. What about 1942, 1943?
I probably would have agreed with you guys on those ones with the grades that you gave.
Okay. All right. What about 3D World Runner, which was down in the F category?
Yeah, probably the same grade you guys gave it, which I'm guessing were very good grades.
Yeah, and then we went to 720, which was a skateboarding game.
I'm not really into skateboarding, but I'd probably agree on with that one on a D.
Yeah, because we talked about Skate or Die later on in the program. That would later on down the line of games would have probably been a better version of skateboarding. Then we had 8 Eyes, which was more like a journey game. It was a 2D scrolling game. We gave it a C.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, and then of course Abadox, which is basically a disaster in its own right.
Yeah.
All right, very good. We just wanted to see if maybe we could have gave it a little bit higher if we had brought in a third person. But, it is what it is. Okay, we have another one coming up here, and I cannot even make out the title. Can anybody make out this one?
Let's see.
Pugsley
Scavenger Hunt, I think is what it says.
Oh, Hughley Scavenger Hunt.
Hughley Scavenger Hunt, okay.
Okay. I'm surprised at that one because... let's see. So that's Hugleys. Scavenger.
Oh, it's an Addams Family thing.
Oh.
So an Addams Family spin-off, it looks like.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with Brandon with this one here. And yeah. What do you think about this one?
All right. I don't know. Pugsley is. Yes, Scavenger Hunt. With everything that looks so far, 73.
73, okay. All right, Mark. He gives it a 73. What would you give it?
Well, who doesn't like scavenger hunts?
Oh, it's Pugsley's. It's with a P, not an
Pugsley.
H.
Yeah, I was right.
Pugsley. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was right.
I'm looking at YouTube.
I'll say 78.
78. Okay. I've watched the Addams Family. Never did watch the cartoon series on it, so really I can't even. And then of course I didn't play any of the Addams Family games. But based on the box cover, the art, it's very colorful, very Halloweenish, if you're really into that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's the Adams Family.
Addams Family,
It's
yeah,
always-
I've got Halloween coming up soon, so
That's true. Yeah, we're getting right there. I mean, everybody's already getting ready to go. I
Well,
give
we timed that one very good. We picked a good date to do this.
Yep, 72 is what I give this overall. So we give it 223. We divide that by 3, and we have 74.3, which is a big fat C. C for that. And now,
we ain't done with the Adams Family yet.
yes, we are right now at the Adams Family, the game itself. And this time we go with Mark Leota with this one.
okay. Well, who doesn't like the Adams Family? Like
Right.
such a classic family or whatever. They're creepy and they're kooky, the Adams Family.
Yep, that's very true.
All right. Let's see. All right. I guess I'll give that a 77.
77 from Mark Leota. Okay, Brandon, you're up.
All right. It looks like the levels are exactly what you would expect from this family. 88.
88 for Brandon Bogart. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the stock cover right now. Everybody's there and accounted for. Looks like a home video of the Adams Family. You can watch it. But looking at the game itself, very, very confusing. Looking at it, looks like an edition of Friday the 13th.
Oh. Well,
Side-scrolling game.
what?
Yeah. If you look at it, if you look at the images on Google, you'll see.
Well, I did. But it looked nothing Friday the 13th ish.
Maybe I'm seeing it differently. Could be.
Mhm.
But I've noticed that most TV shows that became video games were not as popular because of the fact that you try to make a cartoon out of a out of a human character and you get some kind of 8-inch pixelated, But in this case, since it's the Addams Family, and I used to watch the Addams Family on reruns, of course, because I wasn't born when it was out, I'm going to give it 86. 251 divided by 3 for a grand total of 83.6. It goes to the bees.
Okay.
All right, we're getting there now. What in the world is this? Oh my God. You can't make it out.
Dungeon Strike?
Dungeon Striker?
That's my guess.
Mark, can you make this logo out?
Not really.
Oh, could be Dungeon Magic.
Yeah, that seems pretty accurate.
No, no, that's not Dungeon Magic.
Yeah, no.
All right. It's got a very nice cover on it, I must say. Must be part of that Heroes thing that they were doing with the next 4 games. Because you look at the next, when we look at the next 4 games, and you're going to see, yeah.
How are we gonna do this? If we can't know the title.
Yeah, very, very small. Yeah, I wish we could blow it up.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, sure would be. Even on the other computer, I can't even put it up close. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll start with Brandon Bogart on this one, and he can rate it on cover art if he wants. It's very colorful, I'll tell you that.
Really? Where does this jump into the conclusion?
I guess so. Sometimes I don't even have an idea what I'm looking at, and I just go ahead and rate it on based on cover.
Right.
I pull a Zach the artist, you know. Oh, look at that colorful. Yeah. Yep. What? Oh, you found it, huh?
Dragon Strike.
Dragon Strike. Okay, so it's not even Dungeon; it was Dragon Strike.
Let's see. 1990 video game based on Dungeons and Dragons fantasy. Oh God.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons, which I have not played at all.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
A game of the same title was published by Pony Canyon for Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992. Despite an almost identical title screen and box cover, it is noticeably different from versions of the game and other systems. Instead of being a first-person flight simulator, it is a top-down scrolling shooter with only 14 missions instead of the original 40. The only aspect in common with the original computer game is the plot, which was also reduced.
Looks like one of them flying over games where you have the map on the bottom and you're flying like in an airplane or something. They call it Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Oh boy. Well, we'll start with you, Brandon, on this one. What do you think?
All right.
Since you discovered it,
Yeah, I'm not a Dungeons. I know. A family member of mine that's into Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think he did this game ever.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at one of the graphics of the gameplay, as well as the cover, this does not seem too bad. 76.
76. Okay. All right, Mark. What do you say about Dragon Strike?
I'm glad.
Well, like I said, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but that cover art does look pretty cool. So, 80.
Okay, based on the box cover to play it safe, 80. All right. And yeah, I played Dungeons and Dragons like on the role playing game. And I never played it on the video game, and I wasn't even a fan of it when it was on TV. But yet it was like the most popular thing. Anything Dungeons and Dragons, the views went up. So cover art wise, it's got a lot going on, and a lot of things kind of getting your attention. But from the looks of the game itself, it looks like one of those Ikari Warriors game, That's
It seemed like really only the hardcore nerds played Dungeons and Dragons.
I think that's our fourth person here, and I think that's Jordy. It is Jordy. Yes. Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, Jason. How you doing?
Oh, fantastic. Hope dinner was fantastic for you.
Yeah, sorry if I'm late. I mean, it's, I didn't expect to be out that long, but now that I'm here, because I'm a man of my word.
Yep. Well, we are grateful that you are here. It's an honor and privilege to have you on tonight's show. We were just talking about Dragon Strike, and I was just about to give my score for it. This is based on an advanced Dungeons and Dragons game for the NES. Cover art wise, I'm going to give it about an 83. All right, Jordan, do you want to comment on this one?
I mean, I just got here, so I mean, I need to, get used to the environment. So who else is on here?
We've got Mark Leota and Brandon Bogard.
Mark Leota. I think I've heard of that guy before. I think we have met, but then again,
Well, everybody, Jordy Scow is from definitely from the Rant and Rave podcast show.
yeah, and the Popcorn Panel podcast, which was last night.
Yep. So he's been busy on it, and Brandon Bogard is going back into his closet.
Just wait till he comes out of it.
Uh-oh. Yep. So, all right. I gave it about an 83. So we'll take the three scores and divide it by 3, and we'll get a total of 79.6. So we'll leave it in the C tier. Okay. So now that everybody is here, let's go ahead and look at the fourth game, or the second game in that pack of PCH games, or the pop games, I guess they call it. This is, I guess, Heroes. Oh no, it's FCI games, I guess. Yeah. So this one's called Heroes.
What are you drunk, Brandon?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so all right. So Heroes of the Lance.
Okay. Well, I see that Brandon's got an accommodating hat with the Rant and Rave people. Cool. Good advertisement.
Yes. So, what kind of games are we looking at here?
We're looking
NES.
at Nintendo games. Now, so far, what we have, let me show you in the tiers here, Jordy. We have 1942. We gave it an A. Would you agree with that?
I've never heard of the game, so and I never played it, so I don't have an opinion on it.
Even with the box cover, the cover art?
Yeah, I mean, like I seriously don't have an opinion unless if it's a game I know and I think I have played before. Then yes, I'll consider giving an opinion and probably rate it something.
Okay. Well, we need a score anyways from 50 to 100. So even if you didn't play the game, and a lot of us didn't play it, we're going by cover art too as well. Maybe something on the cover has kind of like given us a score. So in this case, you may need to like give us a score either way, based on what you just see, instead of just because that's qualified as you didn't have to really play the game. A lot of these games have been. There's a Japanese version that came out for both, first. So some of these games are Japan, and then they changed the titles to make them North American versions. Anything else you see in here that you think that we could have given them higher scores? Well, what about 10-Yard Fight? You played 10-Yard Fight before, right?
10-Yard Fight. I don't think I have.
Football game? No.
I mean, I know that. I mean, there's a thing called Tecmo Bowl, and I think my dad's played it, but then again,
Tecmo Bowl's very well known.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the T's yet. we're in the high upper, like the number games, and like we just got into the A's and D's. Like it looks like. Then we got the Addams Family. We gave it a B. And we gave Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, which is an Addams Family spinoff, a C, based on some things. So, all right. So I just want to see if from what we've already graded here, if you thought you've seen any of these games before, Jordy.
Most of these games I don't think I've ever heard or seen before.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So now we're looking at this Heroes game here.
This is basically another advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a video game released in 1988 for various home computer systems and consoles. The game is based on the first Dragonlance campaign module for the Dungeons and Dragons fantasy role-playing game, Dragons of Despair, and the first Dragonlance novel, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Sparkle. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about Sparkle.
Yeah.
Heroes of the Lance focuses on the journey of 8 heroes through the ruined of city oh god.
Wow.
TSAROTH. Where they must face an ancient dragon, Kasanth, and retrieve the relic, the discs of Mishakal.
Mishakal?
Mishakal.
What a name.
Huh.
Nice description, I'll tell you that much. Well, Brandon, we'll start with you on this one. What do you think?
Dragons of Autumn Twilight.
Mhm. Yeah.
Getting about Zone as well. Oh, okay. What is? All right. Sorry, my iPad is going. All right. So this looks another like a Dungeons and Dragons sort of pretty close, except this one feels more like they kind of downgraded a bit, even with the graphics of some of the characters. 67.
67. Okay. All right, Mark, what do you think?
Well, like I said before, like I don't do Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. I will go with 69.
69? Right, 69, yeah. All right, Jordy, you're up.
All right, what's the name of the title?
Looks like Brandon had it up there. Brandon, what was it again?
Oh shoot. Heroes of okay. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Heroes of the Lance.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can you repeat that again? I mean, I don't. What's the title?
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Heroes of the Lance.
Okay.
Did you play any Dungeons and Dragons
All right.
time?
No, I'm just asking, what the
Yeah.
what the name was. So, I've never played this game. I mean, the title looks real good, considering, I mean, you got some dragons right here, and you got a knight on the back of a dragon, which is probably a rider, per se. I'll give this 72.
72. All right. Well, like I said, I don't play any Dungeons and Dragons games and never heard of any of them. Cover art wise, I'm going to have to kind of base all my decisions on these. And yeah, I agree with Jody on that as well. I'll say about 70. All right, so we got 278. We divide that by 4, and we get a grand total of 69.5. That puts it at a D. Not quite a 70. All right. Let's go to the next one here, and this is probably the third in the series of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, something happened to Mark.
Uh-oh. No, Mark's
No,
there.
I'm here.
Oh, Brandon. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yep.
Well, then again, like both guys are like not showcasing themselves on camera, even though I could see Mark's head, but
Yeah. Well, Mark shows his face when he's giving his opinion on it most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, his internet down.
Wait, looking down, it feels like he's secretly watching something off Pornhub.
Oh, this show is already taking an next
Okay, we got Brandon Bogard back because his internet went down, which is possible and everything. Welcome back, Brandon.
This ain't the first time my internet went down.
Okay.
With the censor bleep. Is that part of your soundboard?
Yeah.
No, that's part of this.
Well, we have another advanced Dungeons and Dragons game here.
Okay.
Let's see. This one is called not Dragon Strike, but
Dragons of Flame.
no, this is called Hillsfar.
Hillsfar?
Hillsfar. 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 Yep. And we'll start with Jordy on this one.
Wait, what's it called again?
It's part of the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons series. It's like the third game of the 4. This one's called Hillsfar.
Hillsfar?
Far, F-A-R. Yeah, it's one word. Hillsfar.
Hillsfar, okay.
Hillsfar. Yep. I'm looking at a bigger picture of it as
It's
well.
it only says Hillsfar, but
Well, it's part of that. It's part of that Advanced Dungeons and Dragons series.
it says official Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but they don't. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, we got some kind of knight holding a like a spear, I believe, while riding a horse, and right in front of a castle, which seems to be shining, I believe, which must be, I don't know, cursed or probably blessed. I should know about being blessed with cursed, but that's besides the point.
Right?
I know it's confusing. So it's a nice background, nice artwork, like you get out of a children's book or fairy tale.
Mhm.
So I'd say I give this somewhat a 79.
79. Okay. All right, Brandon. Your take on Hillsfar.
Okay, before I lose my internet again.
Yeah, right. You don't want to do that again. No.
So I see you got the castle, the cover art right there, in the
Mhm.
background.
Yep.
The knight looking pretty cool.
Cooler than you.
I agree.
All right. Now that he got that off his chest,
In the back, the pictures on the back, they do see. I'm looking at both the cover and the back cover.
Yeah.
They seem adventurous. I'm gonna go 84.
84. Okay. All right, Mark. You're up on the bot for Hillsfar.
Yeah, that cover art does seem pretty adventurous. 89.
89. All right. And jousting. This knight, it looks like a blue knight with all the blue and everything. I don't know if there was a blue knight of the round table. I have no idea. King Arthur would be very upset if he didn't have a blue knight, for that matter. Hillsfar reminds me of something like Hillshire Farm. We got sausage and Polska kielbasi and all that stuff. I think of Hillsfar or Hill Street Blues or something, Hills of Far. That it should be called Hills of Far or Hills of Fire or something, because it looks like he was riding off and the castle looks like it's burning to the ground in the background there from my point of view, or there's a lot of lights or something, or the castle just shining heavily over that. So the contrast between the castle and the night.
Can I add to that?
Huh?
Can I add to that?
Yeah, whatever you want to say. Go right ahead.
What the way the castle looks, color scheme.
You may continue.
Yeah, that's what I go. Color scheme. It's
color scheme. Yeah, I mean, I look
at the background.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like it's so tucked away because the background is so golden background, and then
it's like the golden age,
Right, exactly. And then you've got this blue knight that's just coming in here, totally like, I'm going to save the people in this castle, regardless of the fact that they got their lights turned on and they didn't pay their power bill.
Well, taxes existed back in medieval times, but power, I mean, that didn't come until way after. So
yeah,
like Benjamin Franklin's time. So
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
all right, so I'm going to go give it about an 84 because I think the art on it looks really good. 336 is what we have, so we divide that by 4, and we got a cumulative score of 84, which means Hillsfar gets a B. Look at that. All right, next up is the final of the 4 Dungeons and Dragons games. This is Pool of Radiance. I can even look at that one and see because I'm actually looking at the cover right now. And we'll
Oh,
start.
wow. Even Google like gave it to me already. You're looking at the last one. Here it is.
Yep. So we'll start with Mark Leota with this one.
Mm.
Pool of Radiance.
Nice bright color for the cover art.
Mm-hmm.
82.
82. Okay, Jordy, you're up.
It's actually pretty good. You got the knight, looking like he's battling a dragon, I believe.
Yeah.
At least I hope that's the case because.
Oh no, that is a dragon on the top. Yes, that's
So-
breathing fire. Yeah, right here on the fire part.
Must be like towards the walk of a tower, probably,
Uh
because the stairs aren't for show.
no. There's a skull on the bottom here. But
And,
that's about it.
and you've got knight wielding a sword. I don't think it's the same one from the previous previous cover. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it does look very intense with this situation. So I'll give it an 85.
85. Okay. All right, Brandon.
I think the front cover looks a lot better than the back cover.
Okay.
With the images on the back cover, I don't see this as like something that's close to like Dungeons and Dragons. Pool of Radiance, like maybe sort of,
Mm-hmm.
but something's off with that one. I'm gonna go 64.
64. Okay. Cover wise, nice blue background. From the looks of it, yeah. The swordsman's ready to slay the dragon. I guess he's the dragon slayer. I guess we have a dragon slayer before Tic Tac Toe 90.
Welcome back to Tic Tac Toe, y'all.
Yeah. You win. Yeah, right.
I made a mistake, y'all. Sorry, I made a mistake. just so we're clear, I don't really hate that guy. I mean, I'm actually neutral with the guy, so yeah.
Oh, with Patrick Wayne.
No, not. It's a different person, and probably best I don't name drop. So
Oh, okay. No, not a problem. But I myself, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, Dragon Slayer, typical, Dungeons and Dragons side-scrolling game. Looks pretty good. If I had played it, I probably would have gotten involved with it. Cover art, though, I'm going to give it an 88, just to be a nice guy. 319 is what we've got. We divide that by 4. We have a total of 79.75. So Pool of Radiance stays in the C tier. Okay, up next we have something island with an alien on the front of it.
something island. Like wait, what?
Some kind of island. I'm not sure. Was it Alien Island or something?
No. I think that. Let me see if my hunch is correct. Hold on. That could be Adventure Island.
Adventure Island. Let's see.
I mean, I'm thinking it is.
Let's just pull it up here. No,
I found it.
no, it's not Adventure Island.
What's
Is
it
that-
called?
Who said he found it?
Yeah, I found it.
What is it?
It's sort of Adventure Island, but it's 3.
Oh,
Yeah, Adventure Island 3.
Adventure Island 3. Wow. We jumping the gun here a little bit. Okay.
I knew it was Adventure Island. I just didn't know which. I mean, I didn't know how many there were, but Okay, so
Okay, here we go. Yeah, here's the box art. Whoops, no, I don't want that.
hey, it's made by Hudson Soft, same people that also made Mario Party.
Oh wow.
The original Mario Party?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay, we'll start with you, Brandon, on this one.
All right. Adventure Island. You know what?
Venture Island 3.
No, sorry, Venture Island 3, yeah.
Yeah.
The image, they seem pretty exactly close to what the title representing the title.
hmm
I like the green in like one of these gameplays, and like the sky blue, and then we got getting like sundown or something. There's like a bit of it, so the colors seem to be pretty good with this one.
Okay.
92.
92. Ooh. Okay, Mark, you're up on this one for the Venture Island 3.
Adventure Island 3. Yeah, from what I've heard, the Adventure Island series is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to score that one a 91.
91. Okay, Jordy.
Okay, I just had to check on something because they were like, I think they developed like 8 Mario Party games before they got, merged with Konami, I believe. So I just thought I'd check that out real quick.
Okay.
So,
Mario Party. So basically, like.
So we got the boy.
He's for 1 to 8. Sorry.
It's okay. Interrupt me again. I'm going to gouge your eyes out with a spoon.
Oh my.
Ooh. Virtuoso.
Anyway, so anybody who thinks I'm that sadistic, I mean, I'm really not. I'm a really nice guy in real life.
Yeah, it's funny.
I think it's actually pretty, intriguing. I mean, like, I don't know what the first two might be like, but this one, I think it probably might have something to do with aliens getting involved because you can see a spaceship in the background. You got a volcano, you got, an island, which of course it's Adventure Island, because I mean, if you're not going to have Adventure Island, then where are you going to have it on? Like, the Bermuda Triangle, which is also an island. But I think it looks somewhat pretty good in a cartoonish like way, so I'll give it maybe an 80.
80? Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Having not played any of the Adventure Island games, not even know about them, just based on the cover art, the guy, it looks like he's riding the alien.
No, that's got to be a something tops like Pterosaps, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know my dinosaur name, so cut me some slack, but it looks like a dinosaur to me.
Oh no, he is riding it. It's a pterodactyl or a triceratops.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not an alien. That's a triceratops.
Yep.
Yeah, he's riding it. And he's got a boomerang in his hand, and he looks so happy. Yet he's in an iron skirt and everything. I don't know where I've seen this guy before. Maybe he's shown up on another game or something. I don't know. Cover art wise, this looks like it's based in Hawaii. So I'm going to give it 82. All right. So we have 345. We divide that by 4 for a cumulative score of 86.25. And that means Adventure Island 3 gets a B. Not bad on the balance there. The next game on our list looks like a what in the world? Looks like another one of those adventure games. Adventure Island 4 or 5, it looks like.
How many Adventure Island games did these guys make? Damn.
I don't know. Didn't you guys say that they like made 8 of them or something?
No, I said Mario Party.
Mario Party. Okay.
Made 8 Mario Party games until I think they merged or got bought from Konami, and then someone else had to use a different, publisher for Mario Party games in the future.
It was ND Cube, I think, that took over publishing for Mario Party,
Right.
with starting with 9.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? This game right here. Can't even make out the title.
2. We go from 3 to 2.
Oh,
Wait, is that what? Wait, is that Adventure Island 2 for real?
Yes.
wow.
Doesn't look like the cover I'm seeing. It must. Wait, is this a Japanese?
Good
Cover
name.
art?
Remember, yeah, there is a Japanese version of it too.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just asking.
Right
because-
here.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
Japanese
I'm probably looking at the North American art.
the Adventure Island 2. Yep, and this one was a Japanese. I'm looking at the cover of it, and the guy looks like he's just pissed off. But in this case, we'll start with Jordy on this one.
Well, hey, Brandon, can you pull that thing up again? Because I don't have Adventure Island 2, Japanese cover art on my side. So
Sure. Oh,
okay, and if I can zoom in. Oh
There
man.
it is. Okay, I got it too.
Okay, so basically,
Zopar, it's called Zopar's Domain. Yeah, Adventure Island 2.
this part 2. Okay.
Yep.
He's riding a dinosaur. Well, it looks like a dinosaur this time.
Yeah, looks like a baby dinosaur from Dinosaurs.
Not the mama.
Mhm.
That again, I'm gonna throw you across the room.
Not the mama.
I'm the baby.
I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
Yep.
That was such a classic show.
I know. It was only on for 2 seasons. Shame.
So it's got a very, you got some good, people on the cover, and then you got all the people that look like they're plotting.
Uh-huh.
It's a very art, cover, but it's just that you can't see that much with regards to the background. But I'll have to give this one maybe a 73.
73? Okay. All
And
right.
actually, a fun fact: like some of the guys that did voices on the dinosaurs were, I believe, they were puppeteering for Sesame Street at the time too.
Yeah, but the one that was for the father was Stuart Pankin.
Yeah, like Hankin, I don't think was involved with Sesame Street to the best of my knowledge, but Kevin Clash, who was doing
Right.
Elmo at that time, voiced Baby Sinclair.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon Bogard for this one, the Adventure Island 2.
Claire, eh? Is that the?
That's the one. That's the U.S. version. Yeah.
No. Not. I get that, but where I'm rolling my mouse.
Looks like a ram.
Oh, shoot.
Can we zoom in on it? I can. Oh, okay. It looks. Oh God. Looks like the princess.
Claire, is that her? Is that her name? Like, who has her hand wrapped around this guy's arm?
I guess. Looks like the princess's sister from Mario Brothers.
I think the girl's name is Tina.
Yeah. That's Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island.
Must be the GF. I don't know. Okay. Now I gotta really think, because
Yeah, now you gotta now you're on the chopping poo poo here, you know.
Wait, Brandon can think.
Oh my!
Yes, Brandon can think. He just he needs needs a little extra time from tic tac toe, Wing wing wong wah. If you need that thing, we'll give it to you,
There seems to be like way too many things all over the place. I'm gonna
Right.
go
Yeah.
58.
58.
Yeah.
He's giving it an F. All right, Mark. finally you get a chance to talk about Adventure Island 2.
All right. I guess I'll give that one like a 64, even though the cover art does look pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never played the Adventure Island series, though.
I haven't either.
No, I haven't either, so I don't think any of us have. So at this point in our time, in our lives. So based on the cover art, what would you say, Mark?
Okay, 64.
64? Okay, I think that was what you were originally going with. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I originally said, 64.
Yeah. Okay. And again, a lot of things going on in that cover art. Very colorful. Very like it jumps, like it's ready to jump out at you and say, "Play me, play me, play me." It's, it's like if you don't play me, I'm gonna kick your butt.
Just like how, like, if you're playing checkers with a little kid and they're like, "King me" every 5 seconds.
That's
like
right.
That gets annoying real fast, though.
Yeah. Cover art wise, I give it a 73. And that's being gracious. 268 divided by 4 for a grand total of 67 goes into the D tier. A D. Yeah. All right. We're up now. Looks like something from the Magic Kingdom.
Ooh. It's a Disney's Adventures in the Magic Kingdom.
Uh-huh. All right. And we start with you, Mark.
All right. Well, with me being a Disney fan, this would obviously be like a pretty good game, like if you're a Disney fan. And I think this is one of the 50 or so NES cartridges that I actually own in my collection right now.
This looks like
92.
What, 92?
Yeah.
Okay.
This looks like something like you go into Disney World for.
Yeah. Well, Jordy, you're up next anyway, so
I'm gonna go with Mark on this one, 92. It looks pretty
92
cool.
as well.
You
Okay.
got fireworks. You got, because it's at night, and you got that castle. Looks beautiful as all hell.
Princess's Castle. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say, 92.
All right. Double score. And Brandon Bogard, you're up next with The Adventures of the Magic Kingdom.
So
He puts his Mickey hat on. I love it.
Kiss
Right
ass.
in tune with it,
Nobody likes to kiss ass, Brendan.
Nobody does it better.
whatever Jordy said, I don't know what that means. But I'm not. I don't.
I'm drinking nice juice tonight. Walgreens juice.
So, all right. This one image on the back cover, I can't make it out what it is. Like, this is actually the back cover of what we're talking about.
Looks like a Mario spin-off with the lava and everything.
It's very strange.
Wow. Must be-
Surprised Nintendo themselves actually didn't sue Disney for that.
Right?
But keep in mind that this was released on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
So Disney had to pay, I guess, some kind of royalty.
Some kind of royalty to Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah. Then they got the money for it, so they can pretty much. It's not like they're not losing out on it.
Yeah, because back in those days, like third-party games like that were only available for Nintendo. So
Yeah, LJS. Ooh, but it looks like a Capcom game.
That's because it is a Capcom game.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought. Okay. Well, Brandon, what do you say?
Yeah, join the exciting adventure as you search through the Magic Kingdom for the 6 silver keys that will unlock the Enchanted Castle. Use all your skills and resources to achieve your goal. Answer Disney trivia questions to gain access to attractions. Okay. Become the engineer of a runaway train in the Big Thunder Mountain. What? Race Autopia cars through a maze of obstacles. Okay. Wait, what?
Donald
This-
Duck.
No, this says DON, like Dawn, your seafaring garb as you tangle with the swarthy buccaneers of Pirates of the Caribbean. Being that I'm somebody who likes to go to Magic Kingdom, know that if I ever go to Magic Kingdom with any of you guys, the first thing you have to keep in mind, do not put me on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why?
Oh,
Because you're afraid
Why?
you get a lawsuit from a blonde who will probably make you look like a bad guy, although she's the bad guy because you got video evidence on her.
No, it's because ever since I was little, I've hated that ride after like.
I thought you were talking about the movie.
Yeah, but
second
when you
time.
watched, didn't you see the movie and kind of got over your fear of it, or made it worse?
The movie was but the ride, there's
What
always this.
What? You know what? Shut up, Jordan. Shut up. Just let it go. Just continue.
The problem with the ride is that when you get into the ride, that Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there's a little part that you go down like a little waterfall.
Yeah.
Kind of a spot. I hate that part.
Oh yeah, it's you actually do go down a slight drop in the waterfall, and you do get wet on that part. Yeah, and you're in total darkness, so you feel it, you hear it, but you don't see it unless you would shine a light in there.
But yeah, that's why if anyone goes on that ride and I were to
That was me. It happens.
Okay.
Oh wait, my picture's not showing. I'll be right back.
okay.
Okay. Well, so far we have a 92 and a 92, and Brandon, we're just waiting on your score.
Okay. Oh. But the rest of it seems very intact.
Yeah.
I'm definitely at a 95.
95, even though, despite the fact he can't stand Pirates of the Caribbean.
The ride.
The ride. Yeah.
But I have to have a talk with him
If
later
anyone
about
if anyone wants to go on the ride and you were bringing me to the Magic Kingdom, you guys go on the ride and I'm heading to the shop. Goodbye. I'll wait for you.
We'll have to sedate you and blindfold you.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, but you drag you on the ride at like nighttime.
Well, he can be sedated. I don't know about the blindfold.
We have to trick him some way. We'll get him. All right. So this is the Adventures of the Magic Kingdom, huh? It always amazes me that Disney's got to stick their nose in a video game with Mickey Mouse Capade and other things, which we'll get onto later in those Disney games. But to actually have something with the Magic Kingdom, wow. I like the cover art. I mean, I've always liked Cinderella's Castle. That's one of the things that I know Brandon and I can kind of compensate is that that's the first thing you see when you walk in down on Main Street. I try to avoid the Magic
Even
Kingdom.
though the castle is not really the same as it used to be. They've got
No, it hasn't been. It changed a lot. They made some graphic changes and they added on to it and changed the paint job for certain occasions and stuff. But I mean, I avoid the Magic Kingdom at all costs because that's the first place that everybody goes to. So I try to avoid the crowds and go straight to Epcot.
Epcot is actually my favorite park out of all.
Yeah, mine too. But they've changed a lot, and because of just part of changing stuff. But I like the cover art; it's very nice. Disney always has beautiful box covers on their things. So I'm going to give this 91, despite the fact we have 370. We divide that by 4. We got a 92.5. So the Magic Kingdom gets the second A. All right. It's Bayou Billy time. Oh, my God.
Bayou
Billy. Yep.
Okay. How do you spell it?
Bayou Billy. Well, like on the bayou. And we'll start with you, Jordy, on this one anyway, since you're up anyway. So, yeah.
Wait, is it The Adventures of Bayou Billy?
Yeah, The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Yep.
Okay, so both box cover art that I'm looking at look the same. Okay, so
I guess it's a Japanese version.
well, it's made by Konami, so
I mean, yeah, definitely big time Japanese. Yep.
okay, so this looks very interesting. It's got that wilderness feel, almost like you're I don't know, probably I bet you're in the jungle. I believe. Let's see. Billy West, otherwise known as Bayou Billy, is a crocodile Dundee. Wow.
There we go.
Like survivalist, vigilante, and former U.S. soldier from New Orleans who has fought against local crime boss known as Godfather Gordon. In retaliation for interfering with his smuggling operations, Gordon kidnaps Billy's girlfriend, Annabelle Lane, in order to lure Billy into one final battle. Billy's quest to save Annabelle consists of 9 stages that takes him from the swamplands to Bourbon Street. Holy crap.
Wow.
As he battles Gordon's henchmen and eventually arrives at Gordon's estate to come face to face with the big boss himself. That's the plot. So yeah, you are in the swamplands, I guess, which is part of the cover right here. So, and that makes sense because you got an alligator right here.
Alligator.
And
yes.
It looks,
and after that gracious description.
Looks very, very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give this one an 85, considering, it looks very intriguing for, the cover art. Probably the game might be too, if you can, handle, like beat 'em up, light gun shooters and racing stuff.
All right, 85 for Jordy, and we now go to Mark Leota.
Yeah, definitely one of those NES like hidden gems. I'll say 86.
86. Okay, Brandon, you've had time to look at this one. The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Yeah, Bayou Billy. All right.
It's like, it's like they give these people a name. It's like Indiana Jones, Bayou Billy,
This one like really seems all over the place.
Ah.
Well, Billy himself looks like
yeah.
$64.
64?
64. Hey, he's entitled to whatever he wants to say on it. All right.
I'm not going to say he's not entitled to anything, but damn, like, that's a bit harsh.
All right. Now, I have to look at Bayou Billy a little bit more in depth here. So.
Harsh.
What was that?
It's not the first time I've been harsh.
All right. Bayou Billy.
You're right. You're harsh all the time, which can actually explains your self-esteem issues.
Okay, look! Oh my God! Looking at this thing up close, considering now from far away, yeah, it looks like Paul Hogan's brother.
Paul Hogan?
Well, Crocodile Dundee.
Oh,
Paul Hogan. Although no, not Paul Hogan himself, but his like a lookalike like Paul Hogan, like his brother or his cousin once removed. This is the Adventures of Bayou Billy. This is Billy Dundee. This is Croc's Crocabull.
Crocabull?
Yeah, Crocabull. Never heard of the game, and
why do you have to play all this bullshit?
I don't know where they coming up with the graphic art. Just looks like they just in the jungle off of the Louisiana coast. I'm getting hungry for some po' boy sandwiches, so let's go eat after this, gentlemen. Cover art wise, I give it a 62. I don't know why, but I did. And 297 divided by 4 for a grand total of 74.25, which is in the C tier. Stays there. Okay. With a half hour left, we haven't even scratched the surface, gentlemen. Look at this. We haven't even gotten to the B's yet. And these are the games that are going to be coming up in next week's at least.
Damn.
Yeah. But we'll be looking at some of fantastic games as it is. And so please, like I was saying before, please, if you know anybody who has played these games or is interested in the cover art, we would love to have you here for the next episodes of Wipe Those Tears because, like I said, 710 NES games. This is no jive in here. We'll save this tier list. This is going to be permanent. You won't get the official final copy till we finish the entire list of games. So in this case, we've got a lot. We're going to be breaking this down over the next couple of weeks. So, all right. The next one up looks like Dino Riki.
Dino what?
Dino Riki. Dinoriki. It looks like Dino Riki. Sounds like diarrhea.
Oh, okay. Adventures of Dino Riki.
That's right.
The Adventures of Dino Riki Rhea. Dino Riki. Oh my god. What a name. Okay.
It's also made by Hudson Soft, the one who did the Adventure Island games.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Mark Leota with this one.
Yeah, I don't think I've played Dino Riki. Alright. I mean, I like the cover art, though.
Looks cartoonish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like
Someone
a
who
manga.
enjoyed a lot of cartoons when they were younger. It is kind of a bit
I
nostalgic.
definitely see Hanna-Barbera in this.
Yeah, all right, I'll say 85.
85?
It
Oh,
looks more like a manga type cover.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty good. And it also says that, it says for the reception in the July-August 89 edition of Nintendo Power, the game received out of 5 ratings 3.5, 3.5, 3, and 3 respectively for the categories graphic and sound, play control and challenge, and theme fun. So, yeah, it must be a pretty good game.
All right. Well, you're out of turn, first of all, so we'll get to you. I know you just described it, so we got Brandon first, though. Sorry about
you were talking to me.
No. Mark gave his score first, and then we'll go down the line. I usually try to rotate them in as far as, with the games of who goes first so that everybody goes first on a game.
Fair enough.
All right. Brandon, you're up next on this one.
It's with the back covers. I do agree with the cartoony thing. With some of it, I mean, I guess it seems like pretty close. Well, 75.
75.
10 down from Mark's.
All right, Jordy. Now, would you like to elaborate more on what you were saying before? Because we do have your description of what you had before.
Yeah, it's the reception from it.
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to repeat myself. So if anyone wants to, look back,
you don't have to. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you didn't give a score yet, so that's cool. We can get a score on it.
All right.
Did you?
I think the artwork looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's cartoony, anime, whatever you want to call it, I'll even go a step further from 10 further from Mark and 20 further from Brandon. I'll go with 95.
95. Wow, you guys have different tiers on the different levels. Well, this definitely has Hanna-Barbera speaking all over it. I mean, the guy looks like Barney Rubble's long-lost cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hanna-Barbera isn't Japanese, they weren't Japanese.
Miyazaki is.
No. But I mean, if that's what their idea of a caveman looks like, with that kind of that was like Captain Caveman's long lost relative or something.
Actually, that is what a caveman would look like.
Yeah, blonde hair, brown on the sash. Yeah, no shoes, of course, barefoot. But it looks like he from the looks of it, he looks like he's ready to kick the pink dinosaur's face right in. He's like, I'm gonna kick your butt right now. He's like, the caveman's pissed off. Cover art, yeah, I have to agree with Jordy on it. Very colorful, like the blue background. I'm always a sucker for blue backgrounds because it kind of just brings everything like it's jumping off the box again. I say 90.
Ooh.
Yeah. 345 divided by 4 for a grand total of 86.25, and the Adventures of Dino Riki gets a B. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Just sit right back in your hero tale, a tale of a faithful trip.
Gilligan's Island.
Time for the Adventures of Gilligan's Island. Yes. And this time we will start with Brandon Bogart.
Well, I don't know much of Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much of Gilligan's Island either.
Well, the reason why Brandon has is because he's been stuck on kiddie shows for far too long.
Oh boy!
And you want to know something that's even better, and by better I mean worse. During the since the Paw Patrol movie is out, there's a QR code that my dad discovered while reading an article that it said that a QR code recently led to a porn website.
Oh no!
No.
I wish I was making half this stuff up.
But it's true. It's unfortunately true. All right. With that thought of the description there, though, let's get back to Gilligan's Island and Brandon Bogart. Your thoughts on this box cover?
Sorry to go even more off topic. I don't know what has to do with Paw Patrol, but
No, I was just adding on, just food for thought.
Yeah, he's just throwing a little seasoning on it,
if I can add more to that. In 2 days, I am going to be seeing the sequel.
Called it.
You did.
Dumb Money is out on Friday. I want to see that.
Okay.
But yeah, like this one actually does seem like a nice. It does seem like it's kind of representing here. I'm gonna actually give it a 91.
91. Okay, Jordy. Oh. Gilligan's Island. Did you ever watch the TV show?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I know of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I'm going with Brian on this one. 91.
91 for box cover. Okay, Mark. What about you with Gilligan's Island or the Adventures of Gilligan's Island?
Ooh.
In this case.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much of Gilligan's Island, but based on box cover alone, 77.
77. Whoa. Well, I tell you, gentlemen, I watched reruns of Gilligan's Island on TV. I like Gilligan, I like Skipper, and I like the whole cast and crew, but I never played the game. So I can't really say that I've even seen the game or seen it in action. I might have to watch a YouTube video just to kind of get play-by-play on it. Cover art-wise, it looks fantastic. Again, with that baby blue powder background, and of course, Skipper's blue and Bob Denver. Now, see, of course, Gilligan is played by Bob Denver. He passed away. The Skipper passed away. In fact, the entire cast and crew of the Gilligan's Island has passed away, I think, with the exception of Tina Louise. I think she's the only one that's still alive. Maybe. But
she was just referenced just a while ago.
Yeah. Because
I think you did that.
Yeah, because even Dawn Wells passed away before Tina Louise.
Yeah, she's still around.
No, Dawn Wells, the one who played Mary Ann, is dead.
No. I was talking about
Tina Louise. Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah, but she's so undercover though. You can't even find her anywhere. She's not doing anything. She's in retirement, enjoying every bit of it. Cover art wise, I got to give this an 89. Yep. 348 divided by 4 for a grand total of 87. So Gilligan's Island moves up to the B tier. Okay, let's see what we got. This is
Lolo 2.
Lolo 2, in the series of Lolo games. We have Lolo 3, Lolo's Adventure. Looks like Lolo the original, but we're looking at Lolo 2.
Oh, Adventures of Lolo. Hal
Okay, we'll start with you,
Laboratory.
Jordy, because you're up next on this one. So
Hal Laboratory, also the same people that made the Kirby, games.
Okay.
And in fact, I think that these this right here is actually based off, I think a boss you fight in Kirby's Adventure for the NES, Lolo, and I think it was, and La, I believe. That's what I'm assuming. So yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, here we go.
There's nothing on the reception, only gameplay. Kind of weird, that you don't have any reception or anything that's about it. But it's a puzzle game from what I can see.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the screenshots too.
So,
what do you say, Jordy?
I'll give this an 85.
Okay, 85. All right, Mark, what do you say? Lolo 2 or the
right, Lolo 2. All right. Well, cover art wise, yeah, it does look pretty good. I will go with 81.
81. Okay. Hanging around the bees there. Brandon, what do you say?
All right. Definitely agree. The castle, very similar to Magic Kingdom.
It's an interpretation to get a Magic Kingdom. I love it. Yeah. Well, we are Florida guys, so
Not so sure what's going on with on the back cover with the other photos. This should be I'll give it 84.
What?
You mean 54?
No, I said 84.
84. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I just heard 4, and I'm like, wait a minute.
That's what I thought I heard too, like 4. I was like, what?
No, 84. Okay. No, that's good. You guys are right around the
kid is
bees.
about to make me have a stroke.
Poor guy. He's going to have a conniption.
Can't have a contraption.
This reminds me of Spot.
Last time I checked, I'm only a little fat, not pregnant.
Well, looking at the screenshots of this game, and I've never played it, this reminds me of Spot from 7-Up, the Spot game, almost. Like you said, it's a puzzle game, and I probably would like it because I like Tetris and Dr. Mario and all those other puzzle games. So I would think that if I was going to sit down and play this game and watch some screenshots, yeah, I'd probably get hooked on it after a couple of hours. Cover art wise, it looks like I said, it looks like Kubert's brother. Almost, without the potato head shape, it looks more like
and the penis looking mouth.
Yeah, looks more like a vacuum cleaner just got sucked. It looks more like one of those squarks.
Yeah, it looks like a dick. I know.
Flat disc. Cover art wise, I give it an 81. As well, yeah, we're right about the bees anyways. 331 divided by 4 is going to be an 82.75, which means it's in the B section, so it moves up there. Okay, we have 12 minutes left in the show for tonight. We'll probably get a couple more in here. This is the third one. This is Lolo the 3.
The Adventures of Lolo 3, I believe.
Yep, Lolo 3, and we start with Mark with this one.
Okay, Adventures of Lolo. I mean, it definitely looks cute. And that's coming from someone who hasn't even played the Lolo series. 78.
78. Okay. Brandon, what do you got for the third version of Lolo?
You know what? This actually does look a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing like more of a step up here. 90.
90. All right. Okay, Jordy. Lolo 3.
A number higher, 91. It does look like an improvement.
91. He's out. He's he's overshot Brandon Bogard. He's outbidding him.
Well, if
I have
if
to
it's
agree
only
with
for
all
that,
you guys. Yeah, I mean, third time's a charm. And of course, we're going to see probably the very first one that came up here with the next one coming up. They're out of order, of course. They got it right on the third one. Maybe they got it right on the second one. Maybe they'll get it right on the first one. I give this one an 87. All right, we're back to 346. We divide that by 4. We have a total of 86 and a half, which means it's a B. It is it stays in the B section. I put it in the B section. I don't know why I did that.
it's not a matter about bidding, Brandon. And I think it's more like, just showing that I can agree with them, but I can go one step higher.
That's true. Okay, I guess we have the first one here. This looks like the adventures of the first Lolo.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start with Brandon Bogard with this one.
Okay, I'm like trying to find the.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too. See it, Yeah, this is the first one. This is the first one that came out before all of them. Yep.
Come on, come on. Google.
Just put Lolo NES in the Google section. It's Adventures of Lolo. What a name.
Yeah, I'm trying to find both covers.
Like you can't search on Google.
And yet Google's turning 25 years this coming.
Finally, here we go.
Yep.
So wait, they first introduced Google, what, 98?
98, yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right around the time that Windows 98 came out.
I think 98 is actually a great year.
The year before Millionaire premiered.
So I'm older than Google.
Well, Match Game 98 came out with Michael Berger.
You want fries with that?
No.
And then there was
that's right.
Card Sharks 01 a few years
That's
after
right, Jason,
that.
Yeah. I know anybody named after a padded pound of beef. Michael Berger, yeah.
I guess he likes to grind the meat.
Yeah. So does Judy Tenuta.
No, that's just simply, having dinner with tuna.
Tuna.
Okay, so who's giving the first score on this one? Brandon, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, still looking at it. I think this is going to be our last one today, gentlemen, because we have 8 minutes left. So, yeah.
All right. I can't even tell with the guys with the key.
Yeah. That is Lolo in his original form.
His colors are looking ish, somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of a start. So 74.
74. Okay. All right, Jody.
What do you say, 74?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, 74.
74. All right, Mark. What do you got?
75.
I'll bet him on that one. Yeah.
The price is right.
Yeah, right. Well, I gotta say they really screwed up on the first one because I guess they got it right on the second and third one. Thank God for that, right?
Yes.
But maybe they were trying to kind of introduce this character, and the only way they could really do it was with white colors. But really, put it on a yellow background. The thing looks like he's just dancing, and it's like
he's white, not black.
Yeah, I mean, really, but they got it right with the Lolo 2 and Lolo 3, basically. So, I agree with you. Gonna go 76.
Oh, Jason.
299 divided by 4 for a grand total of 74.75. That stays in the C section. All right, gentlemen, that's going to do it for this edition of Wipe Those Tears. We got through how many games? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 20. We got through 23 games. Yeah, give or take. 22 games.
22.
22 games. So from the 710 minus the 22, we still next week we'll look at 688 more games.
Holy crap.
And we'll look at Bad Gravity starting next week. So we got some B's, but then of course it goes back to A's with like Airwolf I see in there. That should be fun. But we've got some pretty good ones too. We've got Bad Dudes coming in there, Back to the Future, American Gladiators, Arch Rivals, Anticipation. Yeah, some good stuff finally coming in. So these are going to get better. Then the bases. Then we got all the baseball stuff you can take. Bases loaded, the baseball games. It's going to be like, wow. We even have the Barbie game too, by the way.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Well, and then it just keeps going down here. We've got Casino Kid and everything of that sort. Championship Bowling. We even have some games that were not as popular. Look, Classic Concentration. There's a game show game for you, So these are, like I said, when we get down there to the Double Dragons, that's going to be fun. There's another one, Double Dare. How many Donkey Kongs you want, right? So that's going to be fun. Should be a good one there, and we'll see you guys next week, definitely. I'm going to save this. Wow. It goes on forever. This is, of course, hopefully you guys will be back next week to
I will be here.
Okay.
I mean, I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
Okay, NES episode 4. Because then what I'll do is I'll save this, and I'll save it in my profile there. See, that's my profile. Yep, free account. Oh, let's not share the screen anymore. I'll have to show that stuff. Stop sharing. Okay. Thanks again for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if anybody else wants to come on the show next week and pick up where we left off with these games, you're more than welcome to come on. I know for a fact that we've got our semi-regulars. Mark Leota and Brandon Bogart so far are becoming regulars. Zach the Artist is another one that's coming on as well. Like to see Victor on there if he's got the time. Brandon Martin, definitely. David St. Dennis again. These guys, all that. Andrew Hocking, Alex Hull, you guys as well, too. You're more than welcome to it. From all of us here at WJDC Studios, and, of course, the David 3000 Network, I'm Jason DeCanio. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jordan. And thank you, Brandon. We'll see you guys next week for more of Wipe Those Tears. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David Patterson Network for great more content like this one.